All right, what's up, guys? Want to make a video about basically three of the trades I saw today. I only took one of them. One of them I just missed because I didn't have alerts on it, and the other one I kind of just took the rest of the day off and didn't really pay attention to the market. Um, but I'll show you them right now. So basically, the first one I saw today was Atom. So Atom, basically we had this range high, and then we had sort of a sweep of these range highs into this 30-minute supply zone. You could tell there was a lot of volume within the zone right here. And I just saw these lows being easy targets, definitely stop losses below all these lows right here to eventually take them out. All right, so let me show you Atom and why I saw this being a potential play. So basically, I marked out this 30-minute supply, like I showed you before, took out this range high right here, still left these poor lows all below. This was obviously sort of a stronger high or stronger low, and took out another low. So I would not target this. I would just target the easy ones, mostly just this one right here. Looks like a pretty easy target. So on that note, basically got to tap into that 30-minute supply. We had to change in direction after sweeping the range high, and I marked out this 5-minute supply for once it broke structure, retested into it, just wicked into it, and moved on downward to these targets right away. So that was Atom. Now let me show you ES. So ES, basically we had these poor lows, and we had a range high sweep. That was around 4 o'clock this morning Eastern. Then we had a change in direction. So we had a sweep of the highs right here, followed by a sweep of the lows. So I was targeting that breaker retest as my entry point. And you can see that right there. Came back in, retested that breaker right there, stop above the high, targeting these poor lows, and that is what ended up happening. So we saw this breakdown, and then eventually the low swept. All right, last trade I want to point out is Ethereum. So Ethereum, basically, to describe it on the chart. So I was away for this trade, but to explain it very easily, let me go in the 10-minute. So basically, wow, this seems pretty confusing. So we had the Asia range right here, I marked out. We had this 1 hour supply zone, right around, London kill zone. We had a break into that 1 hour supply zone and then bled through New York. Took out one target, the one target I was looking for. So we could have entered off this market structure break. Sadly, I did not. I don't usually like bidding those. And I didn't really get a clean enough break eventually to come back. And I probably could have entered off of this position right here, right there. But, it's all hindsight. And could have targeted that first low, sweeping the Asia range. Now, what I was really looking for was these poor highs. I didn't like these highs right here. I thought that they were going to be swept. I didn't think we would get this low and sweep my first target, so that probably would have thrown me off a little bit. But we did get a couple wicks right into this inducement zone. So we took these equal highs out, still staying below this, reversal area in the H1, and could have either entered blindly off the inducement or entered off of the market structure break. So we had basically, let me go in the 1 minute. All right, so we had that inducement sweep, and you can kind of look at this as market structure break right there. So we had that. So we had that high swept, and then we had the low swept that made that high right here. So we could have either blindly entered there, or we could have entered off of this, which I'll usually enter off a market structure break on a 1 minute inside another, this was obviously a 5-minute or 10-minute trade I was looking at. So 10-minute time frame trade I was looking at. So off of 1 minute, I'll enter off that blindly, and ride that down from there. So that would have been about a 4R using that high, or you could have used this high if you wanted for almost a 5R, 4.78. Either way, still would have been a great trade. I don't think it was a relatively quick one because it kind of did come back a little bit, retest it. So it was about an 8-hour trade. Usually that's not how long I would like a trade to be. Usually I like for it to be sooner, but it was in profit relatively quickly, so that would be fine. And as you can see, it just took these equal lows and went back up. All right, so basically, I just want to show that there is proof that you can earn, up to 10R a day. It's 100% possible if you're scanning through the charts, and it's not all at the same time. It's not like there's only one time a day where all these setups could take place. So to show proof throughout, going through all these, basically, Atom, this was around 750. The trade was already done, I think, by 5:30. You could have entered the trade. So, hour and a half, that trade could have been done. And then ES, 8 o'clock, that trade could have been taken. And by 1.5 hours later, 1 hour, like basically 75 minutes later, that trade was done. Then ETH, I was looking at ETH. And I just eventually went out after my ES trade. I really had a good week, so I really wasn't paying much attention to the charts anymore. But I was looking at this at 7 o'clock. I think around, what was it? So around about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, Ethereum came back up, swept that inducement, and then by 6 o'clock, the trade was done. So these are all different time frames. These are all great setups, and they all took place at different times of the day. And I think they all added up. If you look at this, it could have been a 4 to 8R for Ethereum. It was a 4 to 8R for ES. It was a 4 to 8R for ES if I held on to the position more. And for Atom, it was a 3 to 4R. So that's over 10R. That could easily almost be 20R right there. So this is potential. This is proof that there's setups all day long. Just keep scanning the charts. Just keep looking around. Obviously, the more volatile days will give you better opportunities, but there's no excuses for why trades can't be taken. And these are on low time frames. You could do them on higher time frames. However you feel about it. I like being in and out of trades in a couple hours and be done with it and then enjoying the rest of my day. But, adapt your trading style to how you feel. Hopefully this is helpful in some way. Appreciate you guys for watching. Have a good day.